Man, I love Australia. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. G'day champion, it's Stuart Stone here from Health and Fitness Over 40. Welcome to, I guess we're calling it Nature Calls with Stu, or Outside with Stu, or Gone Bush with Stu, or this time we're down on the rocks at the beach with Stu. And I'm going to keep this super quick for two reasons. Number one, the tide's starting to come in and it's getting a bit loud and noisy here as the waves come up. But also I'm getting low on battery. So what's the purpose of these videos? Number one, because the biggest stress reliever that you can find is getting outside, getting in nature, getting in fresh air. And number two, we want to provide some practical tips to help you lower your stress levels and appreciate life more, get more out of life, have a better quality of life. So today's video is super quick. As we've said in all this series on this playlist, get outside, lower your stress levels, turn off the TV, get away from negativity and information that you have no control over and is designed to drag you down so you become more of a consumer. Get outside, enjoy nature, take back your life, your happiness and your well-being. And so with that in mind, here's a practical tip today to help you lower your stress levels when you just feel the anger, the angst, the anxiety, the stress rising up in you. What can you do? Well, first of all, what's happening when that happens? I just got the sun in my eyes here, guys. The things I do for you, copper face full of sun, can't see a thing, but I'll squint into the camera, so bear with me. So what you need to understand is when the stress levels are rising and you're about to blow your top, lose your rag, whatever you want to call it, what that means neurologically is that you've gone from your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the one that lowers your blood pressure, lowers your breathing, keeps you calm, and you've gone into fight, fright, flight mode, which is a high sympathetic nervous system response where you're going to run, you're going to jump, you're going to fight, you're going to run away, you're either going to be aggressive or be chased. And it's that perception of fight, flight, fright, fear response that makes us react in that way. So today's tip, and it's a super quick one, is how do we tip the scales, how do we convert our body back into parasympathetic nervous system function? In other words, how do we calm things down? How do we control our blood pressure? How do we stop ourselves from blowing up? And I remember when I was a kid, my parents would say to me, just take a deep breath and count to 10. And they had it half right. You see, that simple advice has been researched extensively, and we found that it now takes 6 deep meditative breaths to bring us from sympathetic up here, hype, down back into parasympathetic control. We can use our conscious mind instead of a reactive emotional response. So what does it look like? It's 6 deep breaths. So literally in through the nose, hold it at the top for a second or two, breathe it right out, and you're going to breathe out twice as long as you're breathing in. Do that 6 times. That stimulates your vagus nerve, which slows everything back down, takes you out of emotional fight, fright, flight, brings you back into rational, calm, thinking human being where you can make informed choices and not shoot your mouth off or throw things or do something that you're going to later regret. So technically it's still the middle of winter, it's the back end of August, but hey, I've got a beach to myself, a gorgeous day. It'd be rude not to go and jump in the water. So make sure you like, subscribe, I'll talk to you soon, and I'm gonna go and jump in the tide. Woohoo!